afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Grebner Show. This is Scott Kerker, along with Metamore head coach Jared Grebner. Coach, went over to Limestone last Friday night. Kind of an interesting game, really, from the standpoint that they're a little down. But you went over there, and boy, from the very beginning, you kind of asserted your dominance early. You held them, 3 incomplete passes on the ensuing punt. Caden Hartnett returns it for a touchdown. Just kind of set the tone early.
It was a great way to start the game. We came out, got the 3 and out like we wanted. Caden was able to catch the ball on the run, found a seam, and he was off to the races. And before you know it, it was 7-0.
Yeah. Then you kicked off. I believe they went again 3 and out. They punted the ball. I believe there was a penalty. It moved us back to the 15-yard line. And on the first play, Connor Willerton hit Solomon Schwartz for 85-yard touchdown pass.
And that was right in stride. And Solomon did the rest and outran everybody. But that was a play, that we've been working on in practice all week long, and it was going to be based on the look they gave us. And Connor did a wonderful job finding Solomon. He liked the look and hit him in stride. And we were able to put another 7 points on the board in one play.
Yeah, I thought your offense really looked good the other night. You guys, I think at one point you had run 5 plays, and you had, now one of them wasn't an offensive touchdown, but I think you had 5 plays and 3 touchdowns.
And you can't ask for more than that.
No.
Between Coach Delinsky, Coach Otto, Coach Simmons, those guys on the offensive side of the ball, they had them ready to go. The offense, they were starting to click.
Right.
Which you expect week 4. There wasn't a lot of missed assignments. We got after them, and we kept getting after them every time we got the chance.
The one thing I noticed, and I think it's been this way in every single game, but it hasn't been something that you would notice other than just sheer size. But other than Ben Wallace, you're outsized usually when your offense is taking on someone's defense. The other team's defense seems to be bigger, but you've got some kids with high motors, the Merritt brothers and Carson Irvin, and all those guys up front. They seem to really get after people, and they've been able to move people, and I think it's a credit to their technique and everything you guys do in practice. But you're probably maybe 60-70 pounds a guy lighter than you were last year, and yet you're running the football as well as we've ever run the football.
Mm-hmm. They've been using proper footwork, proper pad level, and head placement. Everything's getting to where it needs to be, and it's nice to see that offensive line grow as the season goes on. Yeah,
it has been nice. And then you throw in the fact that one of the bigger guys is your 225-pound, 230-pound fullback, who's bigger than some of his own linemen, just running people over. That's been a nice little recipe for you guys offensively.
And he's starting to develop a good feel, and he's always been able to run downhill, hit that hole, but he's becoming more and more patient. And that's one place where we're really pleased to see Ethan go with his running game, is to sometimes wait for that block to get out in front of him, or maybe to cut it back based on the looks that he's getting. But for him to be able to develop that part of the game is exciting to see.
And then you throw in Garrett Taylor, who's just another type of a runner. And the other night, you didn't get as many carries, but you guys didn't run as many offensive plays as you've run in the past. And you still haven't run that many plays this year to begin with. But you even ran fewer the other night because you were scoring pretty quickly.
And it is hard to try and make sure everybody gets touches, and because you don't really know, all of a sudden we're 25 yards down the field, or maybe we've popped a big play and next play we're in the end zone, and so that's a good thing. But sometimes it's hard to get in a rhythm as far as dispersing the ball accordingly.
Right. And you got Bagol, his first touchdown, I believe, of the year, the other night.
Bogdan, yes, thank you. Bogdan. I was thinking of Ryan and Sam for a second.
Yeah.
Bogdan, Bogdan's done a great job all year blocking for us in certain packages, and he's one that we can sneak in. He's a very smart player. You don't really have to tell him much, and to get him that touchdown, kind of throws off the scouting report a little bit too, and for him to get in there was a good sight to see.
Defensively, the other night was a little bit tougher for you guys. I think it was because you guys are scoring so easily that there wasn't that, I don't know, sense of urgency, or maybe that sharpness on defense. They were able to move the ball a little bit. When they started to move it and they had to buckle down, they did. They got interceptions. They held them on downs. They didn't give Limestone a whole lot late in the game, or late in the drives. They pretty much shut it down.
We started off the game real well. We were flying around and getting to where we needed to be. I thought in the second quarter, maybe we got a little bit complacent with the score and everything like that. But there's a couple drives where Bogdan got the interception, Caden got an interception, and we were able to make some adjustments at halftime, and the kids responded, came out, played real well in the third quarter, and didn't give up much else.
Right, and you got, like you said, you got some big turnovers. I thought their only touchdown, the guy was actually out of bounds, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but we shouldn't have been in that position to begin with, and that was a mistake on our part, and it's one of those mistakes that we'll learn from, and we'll grow throughout the season because of it.
You come in this next week now, it's going to be homecoming. You take on a very well coached Dunlap Eagle team that they're going to be pretty good. They're coming off a big win, upset win at Washington. Good friend of the program's coming back to Metamora, T. Dentino, the defensive coordinator over there. They're always a tough team to beat.
And one reason why they're a tough team to beat is because of Coach Caslett, Coach Dentino, and the rest of the coaching staff over there. They do a phenomenal job. Their players are disciplined. Their players are always in the right spot. They buy into the scheme that they have over there. And so it's going to be a tough matchup. They're coming off a big win versus Washington, like you said. And so, they got a little bit of momentum on their side. They're coming in feeling good about themselves, and they're going to have a lot of confidence coming into Malone Field on Friday.
Sure, they're going to be, I think, Pat, you see the all frothy mouth and raring to go. But yeah, the thing about it is it's almost a mirror image of Metamora, the way they play both offense and defense. So, who's going to have that advantage? I'm not sure who that is yet. I think we'll have a little bit of an advantage playing here at Malone.
Yeah.
And we probably owe them a little bit for beating us 2 years ago. Well, a year ago.
This year, actually, in the spring.
In the spring, yes.
We went over there in the spring, and were, unable to come out with a win, unfortunately. But, it was a close game. 21-14 over there, I believe the score was.
17-14, I thought. Didn't they kick a field goal? We went up 14-10, and they scored a touchdown across the middle, making 17-14.
It could be. Bottom line was they came out with the W, and we had to come home on the bus ride with a loss. So hopefully, we can flip the score a little bit this year. It's homecoming. It's supposed to be a nice night. Hopefully we have a good crowd, like always, with the homecoming and with some of the Hall of Fame inductions happening this year. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, and it's always fun, especially homecoming. You got the Hall of Fame inductees, like you said, and some of those teams that are coming back were pretty good football teams. I'm not sure, were you even around for 76 or 77?
I was not around for those. I've always heard stories. I've seen some game film here and there. Those have been some wonderful teams, full of great players, coached by some wonderful coaches, and have some of those guys back. It'll be a sight to see.
Yeah, it'll be awfully fun, and it's always, you know, when those guys always come back, it's kind of funny because no matter where they've gone, they're back. They're 18 years old again, and they're Metamora football players, and some of them are going to be in their 60s.
You know, the thing about some of the guys that come back, you know, you start to reminisce about the times you've had at Metamora, the camaraderie with all your teammates, and it's a good feeling to have. And you know, it does give you that warm feeling, and you know, makes you feel a little younger again when you step out on this field.
Yeah, it does. And it's going to be fun to have a very meaningful game again here at Metamora on Friday night. When you look around the rest of the conference, you know, you got the next 4 weeks are going to be very telling for Metamora football.
You know, it's a tough slate with the teams that we have coming up in the conference, but we're going to take it one day at a time, one game at a time, and we have the Dunlap Eagles in front of us on Friday, and that's who we're going to be locked in on.
Well, Coach, congratulations. You're 4-0. You're 2-0 in the Middle Illini Conference. Good luck Friday night.
Well, thank you very much.
That'll do it. We'll see you at Metamora Friday night.